Hello, welcome. It is Saturday morning. I am excited you are here. It is October. It is chilly. I am going to be going to Sweet Pea Sid's channel directly after this. There will be like a little bit of a redirect, I believe it is what it is called. It's the first time I'm trying this. I set it up through YouTube. And yeah, you just kind of like somehow YouTube does all the magic and it should take you there. So I'm excited about us trying that. And it looks like Sydney is here. Hi, Sid. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Delia. Good morning. I'm going to type in here. I have to admit, this is like the first live I have done on my own in a very long time. Um, I'm usually with Sydney in the morning, and so it feels lonely without you, Sid. It really does. It's so weird. Good morning, Regina. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Lily Grace Sparkle Crochet, hello to you too. I'm excited to see a couple new faces that I haven't seen in here before. Like I said, I am not super great at going live by myself, so if I act nervous, it's because I probably am. And like I said, Sid's usually helping me out. So I've got Popper Joe, Molly Cottingham. Thank you so much for joining me. I was excited because Aldi, the grocery store I usually go to, has it had some seasonal coffees, and this is like a maple pecan. And I normally don't go for that, but it is amazing. And they only had it for a short time, and I went back and there wasn't any more there. So that is disappointing. Okay, so we've got Kathy, and she is from Albuquerque, and this is her first live ever. Welcome, Kathy. I appreciate you sharing it with me. I'm not super experienced, so don't base every live off of my technique because, yeah, I'm not super great at it. Oh, that's funny, Sydney. I bet yeah, it feels weird for both of us. So yeah, if you're just coming in, I do have right after this. If you don't know, Sweet Pea Sid's Inspiration and the third Saturday of every month, we go live on each other's channels. So one month it's hers, one month it's mine, and we have a lot of fun. But yeah, like I'm used to doing it with her. But anyway, I clicked a button in YouTube Studio and it is supposed to, like, if you want to hang on and hop on over with us, it should like automatically redirect you over there if you stay on this. I will have to clear out of this. So I will have to leave right at 10 and then log in through hers to get in there. So I'll have to pop off. But if you stay on, it should take you right there. Sonia West, good morning. Okay, is that Dara May? That is very pretty. I hope I am saying that right. If I'm not, please put it phonetically down there. I'm not always like I just don't always read things the way that they are. It is good. It's afternoon in the UK. I get very, very confused with time zones. But maybe this is a good time if it's afternoon there. Lauren, good morning. It is, Molly. It is pretty good. I I should have bought like 5 of them when I was there, but you know when you don't know if you like something and then yeah, then you do and it's too late. You're Sanja. Yeah, I know I know one gal who, if you read her name, you would think it was Tanya, but she is Tanja. So, okay, Sanja. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Is it Laya from Finland? Is that how you say that? Ooh, crocheting an autumn garland. I love garlands. I absolutely love making them. I've done a bunch, like I think it was Sarah Satch had like a super easy one where it's like popcorns and chains. And it's super cute because it's just almost like little baubles on it. And I did a bunch of them and like paired them together in like a group of three or five or something. And it was super fast and it was a beginner project. And people thought that it took way more effort than it really did. All right. I'm impressed. I said Dara right. So I did a like I'm a mutt, like I'm American, you know. I just didn't really have any idea of like what any of my ancestry was, and I had heard things and I wasn't sure. I don't know how correct it is. I did a 23andMe, and pretty much like all of mine was it was like basically all the UK. So it was like England, Ireland, most it was Ireland, England, um, Wales, and then I think there might have been like what was the other one? Sweden or something like that? I don't know. It's weird, like when you don't have any um like I just think it's cool in other countries where you like have more like culture and heritage and you can trace that back where I feel like a lot of that is lost within a couple generations here. But that's a story for a different day. Show and Tell Meg is on. Hello, good morning. Megan just put out a video yesterday, I believe, and I haven't got to watch it yet, but it looks super fun if I'm judging it by the thumbnail because it's got a bunch of cool Halloween themed stuff on it. So I am looking forward to watching that. When I pop over to Sydney, we are doing like some Halloween theme type stuff. I tried to dress like, I don't know, kind of witchy today. Put on my witch hat, but you couldn't see my eyes then. So I decided to take that off. I do have a witch's hat. It's not my tutorial. I believe I got it from Play Hooky with Me. But that is if you want to whip up a super cute, super fast witch's hat. Yeah, look up Play Hooky with Me because you use like I think you can get by with one skein of yarn if you like pull from the center and the outside, but I just used two to make it easier, and I did Super Saver Sparkle, I think is what it was called. It was like black with a little sparkle in there, and it's scratchy, but it's stiff enough that it holds the shape, and then I can, like, kinda crunch the cone of it to make it, like, more spooky. So it is a great pattern. I think it's the best witch's hat you can find on YouTube, so play hooky with me. Dara is doing a continuous granny square blanket. And a daisy granny square blanket. Okay, so one comment and one question. My comment is I do think that if number one, you don't know how far your yarn will get you, or like if you're just not like if you just want something easy, I think that a continuous granny square is by far the best pattern to work on because you can just literally stop it anywhere. So I absolutely love that. And I think that is such a great one. My question would be I just saw that Red Heart Super Saver put out, it's like their granny square yarn, but it was to make a daisy. But I feel like that's only been out a couple days here. So I don't know if you have that over there, or you're probably doing yours from scratch, I'm assuming. Has anybody seen that daisy? granny square. I probably won't be purchasing it. I haven't purchased the other granny square, so I don't have anything against it. I just haven't picked it up yet. Elizabeth is here. Hello. She is my neighbor, sort of like 3 hour away neighbor. I'm gonna go in here real quick. You guys, I am not like super, super great at knowing the technical stuff here. It takes a little bit of my concentration. I apologize. There we go. Okay, so I have been working on a couple different things. So let me show you what I have been working on. And I mean, I feel like any crafters pretty much are always working on different things and getting distracted. But I started making some little stitch markers here. Like that's just one of them. And I've made some little Halloween themed ones. I've made some just like they're all like fall or Halloween or Thanksgiving or like apparently coffee. But I have been having fun working on these. Whoops. There we go. I feel like that one almost looks Christmassy, but I don't know. Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to share because I do have a little bit of stuff going on that I am excited about. So I am going to be sending out 10 stitch markers to, well, one stitch marker to 10 different people. Unfortunately, because of shipping, I do have to keep it in the US. So I do apologize for that. I'm hoping as things get going a little bit more, I will be able to set aside a little bit of budget for international shipping. Um, but it is what it is for right now. So I do feel bad, but I do have to keep it in the US. But what I'm going to do is um, I have to say legally, this is not part of YouTube, and this is me. This is not YouTube. They're not responsible for anything. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to send me an email. So the first 10 emails that come in, I will send out a stitch marker to. I will need your address, and your full name. And I do have to disclose that that's the only purpose of this. You will not get anything from me in the mail. If you are part of my email newsletter, that is something totally different that you have to opt into. So you won't be getting on my email or anything like that if you do this. But my email is shannon@shannontalksyarn.com. And if you want to send me an email right now and let me know your name and your address, I will get a stitch marker sent out to you. And I will let you know if I end up getting, like, if I get 10 of those in or not. I'll have that up there. I'll refresh that when I can. But while I'm waiting for those to come in, I did want to, like, my announcement. I am excited because I am starting channel memberships. So if you are on my email, you would have known that I would have attempted this and I was trying to get it started. But I am a person who overthinks everything. If you watched last night's video, you would know I'm overthinking. But what I'm doing, I was trying to set up like some vlogs and different stuff. All right, I've got one email that just came in. So again, it is shannon@shannontalksyarn.com if you would like to get one of the remaining 9 stitch markers. So I started working on. All right, awesome. A new member, Sonja. Sanja, I did it wrong. The pressure was on and I did it wrong. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Excellent. Thank you so much. I am excited. I wonder if there's something I can do here in the comments. Let's see here. If I put a star on it, maybe? Can I do that? I don't know what that means. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so there is all right, I got a second stitch marker that came in. Awesome. So I've got 8 remaining. I don't know why I did that. That's definitely not 8. Um, but I was trying to do some vlogs and stuff like that, and I was sending them out in my email to kind of, um, well, number 1, get better at it because I didn't want I didn't want to be like, "Hey, join my membership. Here's a crappy video." So I was trying to practice a little bit and just kind of get better at it. And anyway, in the process, I was kind of dragging my feet. I ended up getting a email and an invitation from Google Events, which is, Google owns YouTube. So, all right, I got a third. So I've got 7 left. I'm excited, you guys. Like, I know this doesn't seem like a huge deal when like other channels do ginormous giveaways, but I don't know. I'm excited about it. I've enjoyed making the stitch markers and I appreciate you participating in this. um, I interrupt myself a lot and I'm drinking a lot of coffee. Um, so I I was working on doing this. I got invited to apply for this program through YouTube and Google. And if you are a content creator and you get invited to do something, I would encourage you to do it. Um, just because obviously, like, they want you to perform as best as you can. It's better for YouTube. All right, excellent. I have got a one, two, three, fourth stitch marker out. Excellent. So I've got 6 left. Again, it is Shannon at shannontalksyarn.com. If I cannot believe how bad I'm interrupting myself today. So if you go to shannontalksyarn.com, it's not the most impressive website. It is very, very basic. And all right, I've got another one from a quiet subscriber. That's okay. I lurk around a lot, so you are not the only one. So anyway, yeah, my website, if you go there, it is I don't put a lot of energy or time into it, and there are definitely way better websites out there, but I started it because I knew at one point I would want to develop it more, and I wanted to have the domain name, and I wanted to have all that, and I wanted the email, and I kind of thought, like, if I'm buying the domain name anyway, I might as well put something up there. All right, another stitch marker. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have got 4 left. I'm excited, you guys. Okay, so yeah, back to YouTube. I have been in the program now for I think we're on our 3rd week of it. So I had totally put my membership thing on hold. My original plan was to debut at the beginning of October, but um, it just with the new information coming in, I thought it would be best and that I could make it better by going through this course. But they're kind of walking it through a step by step, and we're at a point where they're like, get it started. And it is hard for me sometimes to do things if I don't feel like I know enough information. So if you are like that, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I feel like there's a lot of people. I've had some feedback on my overthinking video from last night, and I'm definitely not the only overthinker. So, okay, I have got 1 more stitch marker coming in, so that would be 3 left. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm having fun with this. I don't know if this is weird. I don't know if other people do things like this or not. Um, I have no idea. It might be weird, but it's still fun. So I am going to go ahead and try to change this right here. There we go. There we go. So yeah, that has taken up a little bit more of my time recently, and I have not gotten an October email newsletter sent out due to the other. So hopefully I'll get something sent out. Otherwise, it will be that first week in November when we get one again too. So I've got a big project I am working on, and for anybody else who does content, like, I don't know if you're a lot better than me and have like stuff planned out better and like projects done further down, but I've got to finish up a project yesterday today so I can film tomorrow to get it up for Monday. But I am very excited about it. I was talking with Sydney, and part of me is like, when part of your brain is like, say it, and the other part's like, don't say it. So um, maybe this would be a good place, since I feel like it's like a safe zone. So what the project is going to be, it's like a giant shawl, like a cardigan size giant shawl. I plan on wearing it like over a dress, or like you could wear it over some leggings and stuff. But I'm having trouble figuring out what to call this giant shawl that is cardigan size. And I feel like I should not say this out loud. I asked Sydney, I'm like, what should I call this? Because I was trying to combine the words, and I'm like, shardigan just does not sound right at all. Like, that sounds horrible. So if you have a clever name for a giant cardigan size shawl, I would love for you to let me know, so that I don't call it something that sounds terrible. Yeah, I totally get that, Megan. I do. It is so hard to know like what is interesting and what is fun, and you just don't know. So, I mean, that's the thing where I am always open for feedback on stuff. And if you do sign up for the membership, I've got a video up, like a welcome video, and in that, I'm asking you like what time you're available, like if we were to do lives, like that type of stuff. So let me know. Good morning in Arizona, Rosemary. Yeah, I tend to bounce stuff off of Sydney because I feel like it's safe that she won't like think well, she already kind of knows I'm nuts. So she's not gonna judge me too hard. Okay, shawl again sounds much, much better than shardigan. That sounds so much more dignified. And I've got 2 votes for shawl again, so I'm thinking that's what I need to go with. I don't know why I didn't that seems pretty simple. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Probably because once shardigan got stuck in my head, it was just in there, and I'm like, oh. You might be kinda crazy too, Sid. That's totally it. Yeah, I do appreciate the feedback. So if you, have gotten on the call, if you have gotten on the video just in the last couple minutes and heard me talking some nonsense, um, let me do a quick count here real quick. Oops. Okay, so if you have gotten on real quick, I am giving away a few stitch markers to people on the call today, just as a thank you for being here. And I have 2 left. So if you are in the United States, if you want to email me at shannon@shannontalksyarn.com and get that to me here. I have 2 left out of the 10 I started with, and those will get mailed out next week. But yeah, I'm just glad you're here and that I just, you put up with me. And so what other projects are being worked on today? Like, Do a lot of you have younger kids that, do Halloween type stuff and trick or treat and things like that? Like, do you like, if you ever watch, Ella at No Catchy Name, like, I know last year she made just tons and tons of little amigurumis to give out. Like, does anybody here do that type of stuff? I don't have any littles. My daughter's grown, and I don't have any grandkids, so I don't really work on a lot of that. I'm just working on my shawl again this weekend. If I would have known how to crochet when my daughter was little, I probably would have made like all of the things and like a ton of different Halloween type costumes and stuff like that. But I did not learn until I was 40. So that is something that was just not happening then. Oh, a cable Afghan. So, do you do a lot of like, is your business more, um, like craft fairs and stuff like that, or do you just do one, or how does that work out? I'm always curious. In my area, there are not a lot of markets, and, there's, like, one in the spring and one in the fall, and I don't know, a lot of it is, like, the home-based business type of stuff, like Tupperware or, like, the nail color things, and I've just never participated because it kinda seems like something where maybe a lot of crochet isn't really bought and sold. Tectonic plate shawl. That sounds cool. I might have to Google that and see what that is, and you're crazy too, Kathy. Sorry, you're in the right place then. Okay, so Meg, yeah, you're doing pumpkins. Yeah, I thought that was incredibly generous of, Ella to be making amigurumis, but I mean, she's kinda, like, over the top in love with Halloween, so I get it, like, when you enjoy something that much, but yeah, individual pumpkins, that would be good. Oh, waiting to get your oil changed. Yep, I like the sleeve top things. Oh, your boys are too cool. I get that. I get that. An age thing. Yep. Yeah, I sat in a dealership like, oh, I was stuck there for like 4 hours. Would have been like maybe last December. And yeah, I thank goodness I had crochet with me. I just sat there crocheting and um I probably looked a little bit crazy, but I was bored out of my mind. So I was glad I had it. Okay, fall colored knitted blanket, not much Halloween. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like it's tough. Like if you have littles or stuff where you're really into that, but with it just being me and my husband, I just didn't really have any desire to put up like all of the holidays and stuff like that. Oh, it is still hot in Texas, isn't it? It's definitely cooled down here in Iowa. So, I would say the past week has gotten much, much chillier, and I don't mind having a blanket sitting on my lap. But I agree with you. I really can't do blankets during the summertime. It's too uncomfortable. Okay, more pumpkins getting finished up. Cat headband from Sarah Satch, I saw that. Yeah, that's cute. She has a lot of, like, I mean, she has a ton of projects, but, like, she is someone that's kind of like a go-to for me for, like, cute little, like, holiday type projects that don't take a ton of time and are also beginner friendly. Like, I think she has a lot of really good stuff like that. Okay. Do you like doing the markets? I mean, you must if you're doing it. I'm like, it seems like one of those where, people absolutely love it or they're like, "Oh, man." But yeah, I mean, if you're in an area where they have some and it's doing good, that is awesome. So, your seasonal things must actually be selling pretty well then, is what I'm assuming. Um, and I can see, like, cute ghosts and stuff. I can see that doing real well. I have a whole box full of things that I have purchased and thought like I've bought in a bunch of like seasonal tea towels and stuff like that, and then thought, and I've even gotten like cotton yarn for it and been like, I'm gonna make some little like the crochet toppers on the tea towels, and now I just have a box full of that stuff that hasn't gotten made. So like, I'm gonna have to do something about the sun here. Whoops. Okay, that's pretty cool, Kathy. Is that the first, like, vintage type of pattern you have worked on? And if so, or, like, are you finding, like, all the terminology and everything, still applicable? And, like, I hear the reason I ask, I'm not trying to, like, interrogate you or you, Sandra, either. Um, but, I have gotten a couple, vintage crochet books, and I got one that was from Lion Brand where they just re-released it like it's new and new printed, but it was old. But then I have a couple that are older, and, one of them kept talking about, like, rug yarn and a couple different things where I was like, "Hmm, I don't think these are terms we use currently." But then I've got, like, what young people would call vintage. They're, like, some crochet books from the '90s, so should I go up here real quick? Sorry, I got lost here a little bit in the, side thing here, I apologize. Like I said, it feels so weird not being live with Sydney, it really does. Um, there we go. I do like going through StreamYard to do this. I'm getting a little bit better at it. I like that you can kind of set up the different things like this. But again, I'm just a person where I don't always learn things the easiest, so it does sometimes take me a little bit longer to get it perfected and to make it seem a little bit more smooth and a little bit more polished and not like I'm struggling so much. My daughter is headed to a apple orchard today to do some like fun fall activities. But yeah, I have too much to do here at home with my shawl again. I really, really love the yarn that I am using with it. So I will give you like a little bit of a sneak peek on this. So this was a um, this was actually a 3-pack from Knit Picks, and I'll look it up to see what they called it. Um, whoops. Okay, I kinda got myself stuck here. Okay, there we go. I apologize. Um, okay. So they called this hayride is what they called this color combination. So if you were to go into Brava Tweed value packs, it's the one called hayride, and it's goldenrod, boysenberry, and then pumpkin bread. So obviously those are all very I mean those are all just colors I absolutely love. So I did pick up those. But the shawl, what did we call it? Shawl again? Yes. um it uses two of these. So I think that these are like the 3 pack was probably like originally like 14.99, but then there was like a 20% off or something like that. So it really wasn't bad. And at first I was kind of like, I see, you guys, like, I am cheap. I don't like spending money. And so I was like, the Bravas are acrylic yarn and they're 4.99 and it is a 100-gram ball. So it is 218 yards. And I'm like, that's not like a steal of a deal. But when I got it, because this is the first I've worked with the Brava, it's got like a good squish to it. It is like really dense. And I had actually bought 3 of the 3 packs because I thought I would use them. And it turns out I'm actually only using 2 of them. And that was plenty for a shawl again. I have to keep practicing saying it so I don't say it wrong in the video and say shardigan. Um, but yep, that's what this is. And then I don't have it up here, but sorry, but I did also get a Christmas one. So I am going to work on doing a Christmas project as well out of those. And I wonder if I need to, that is really frustrating. um, but yeah, so I got some Christmas colored ones too. So I'm excited about starting that, but I don't think I want to do another shawl. I am thinking like maybe a poncho or something, because I know like a lot of times on Christmas you want to be comfortable, kind of want to wear pajamas, and I just thought maybe like a nice big oversized poncho would be nice just to throw on over some leggings and a t-shirt or something like that. Is kind of the direction my mind is going. I am going to try to switch a little bit here. Okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, what else is going on this weekend? Other than any projects, any other fall activities or anything like that? Molly said she loves tweed yarns. Yeah, I just think they are perfect, especially for the fall and winter. And there's just something about them that is hard for me to resist. Ah, Regina, yes. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you got one too. Yeah, so if you haven't seen the video, this is the yarn stasher. This right here, the over the door, and then, oh my gosh, that. Right there, those cubes. Yes, I do find them really handy. I really like how sturdy it is, and I like that you can see in, if I can't see in something, then I forget it exists. So, um, it is definitely sturdy enough for my cat to be goofing off in the bottom. I was worried like what that company would say about that, but it turned out they had a great sense of humor about it. So that is good. Yeah. And I feel like I can get a ton more in there than I have in there currently. I'm trying to leave some open spaces because I want it to be more like for the spinning and dyeing type stuff. Um, so I want to leave some open spaces for now instead of just filling it. But these boxes right here are actually like they've been really sturdy because I even kind of overstuffed the top ones and then the bottom ones were a little bit understuffed, and they have not buckled or anything like that. So I'm glad you're getting those. I'm organizationally challenged and they have helped me. Oh, yeah, absolutely give us that channel name. Is it the one that I know of that does the most of those is it just Vintage Crochet? But yeah, definitely put it down here and let me know what it is. Yeah, my cat is kinda crazy. I love him, he is a sweet boy, but he is still young, so he has a ton of energy, and yeah, he really isn't even supposed to be in this room, but sometimes I just don't wanna fight him or anything. And, it was funny, like, and when I was editing the footage and you could just, like, see the thing bouncing behind me, I was like, "Oh my gosh." That's why I was worried that the company would be a little about it, but they had a good sense of humor. Crochet your way today. Hello. Yeah, that's the thing, Regina. That's exactly what my situation is. So that closet right there, it doesn't have a real door. I just put some curtains up there. I have totes stacked like 4 high, and, that's part of the reason I have a hard time keeping my room clean is because I want something and I start digging and pulling everything out, and then I don't put it all back, and it just creates a giant mess. So, yeah, I felt like prioritizing a little bit and putting some of those, and I did have, um yeah, so I didn't do like a full haul or anything, um, but I was given a giant bag of really nice yarns from someone that comes into my office. So it's like this big, a giant Costco. And some of it I showed in my jeans and t-shirt video, but like there was this in here. I don't think I know exactly what it is. I brought my reading glasses up, but I can't really see. But there's that. Um, there's a bunch of there's some Lamb's Pride. There's some, is it Peyton's? Some Cascade. Um, a bunch of that. But then there's also a bunch of this Kenzie yarn. Like this one was partially used this bright green, and I had thought these were kind of Halloweeny here. And this orange. I haven't ever used this yarn, but it seems like it's fairly nice. It's New Zealand wool, New Zealand merino, and nylon, Angora alpaca silk. So it seems like it will be really nice. Um, but this particular woman that comes in my office, uh, she was given it by her sister, and that's just not the kind of yarn she wants. So she asked me if I wanted it, and no problem. I understand. Sometimes you gotta like pop out and pop back in. So you like the small community craft events. Maybe I'll give it a shot. I know it would be too late to do the one that my town or my community does in the fall because that's like I think they do it like closer to Thanksgiving, maybe a little bit before that. But I could maybe do the spring one. Um, yeah, maybe I'll give it a try. Puzzle yarn. Yeah, I know a lot of people really love puzzle. I have never worked with it. It looks cool. I believe it's a 5 weight. I know Sweet Moments by Jessie has done some stuff with a puzzle yarn. I don't know if you saw if you know Jessie or not. She was a Midwestern person like me. She was up in Wisconsin and she just moved to one of the Carolinas, like right as hurricanes and tropical storms are happening. So she just put out a video, I think last night, of her like her empty new craft room and stuff like that. So I was excited. I got to watch that this morning. Favorite. Okay, so puzzle's your favorite for the warm. Okay. I will give it a shot. And I know you can even get it at Walmart, so that's helpful. I saw some when I was there the other day, and I think you get a lot in a skein, don't you? Like I think so. I think so. Maybe not, but it looks like it. Okay, yes. So Sydney says she's down in South Carolina with her. And I know Sydney didn't get hit with the worst of it, but, I think you lost a little bit of power for a little bit or maybe some internet, I can't remember, right? Like, I think it was kinda icky for you. We don't have anything like hurricanes in Iowa, so Oh, I was thinking there was definitely more than 326 yards, but that is a good amount. It really is, and if it's a 5 weight, that would stretch pretty far. I don't mean stretch, but you know what I mean, like, it would go further. Yeah, I suppose if you're here, you're probably accustomed to me saying the wrong words for the wrong things, so I appreciate you just rolling with it. Okay, yeah, Sid lost power for about 9 to 10 hours. Yeah, that's significant, it really is. When we get storms, it's usually much more fast paced, like, we don't have, like, prolonged ones unless it's in the wintertime with a blizzard. Um, like, if we get something severe, it's more of, like, a tornado or something, which would be, over a lot quicker than something like that where you have, like, hours or days of getting pummeled by something. Okay, sorry. Yep. Just vintage crochet. Yeah. That is a cool channel. I have a project that has been a whip for quite a while over here, and it's from Just Vintage Crochet. I honestly like I need to do like 6 stitches on this and it would be done. But it is I think it was called like I don't remember what she called it. I mean, it's a shawl or poncho type of thing. It's made out of 3 granny squares, and all I need to do to finish this is, so it goes like that, and then I think she put, like, just a few stitches right down here to make a sleeve with it, and I just I don't know why. I swear it's probably been like a year that I have this not being finished, but I think she did hers a little more um like if I remember correctly, she did hers where like this is striped yarn, but she just, had like specific ones. So hers maybe looked a little more organized than mine, but yeah, just need to finish that. It's a good channel. I will never know, Sydney, if that's spelled wrong because I can't spell anything at all. So, yeah, it's Ruana, right? I think that's what that's called, but hello, good morning. Marita. Okay, I said earlier I'm going to try my best with everybody's name. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts, is that right? If it is not, please tell me how to say that correctly. I would appreciate that. What are you working on this morning? Or are you just popping in for some yarn chatting? That is just fine too. I used to be scared of going live, and it is definitely a little bit more challenging for those of us who are not like super technologically advanced, but I do really enjoy it. So, Nancy is working on Christmas tote bags. So, that is cool. Like tote bags to be given as gifts. Do you have is that what it's called? Start-itis, where you just start making stuff? You could finish something like this super duper quick. Like I said, I did follow the pattern from Just Vintage Crochet, but honestly, it is just 3 granny squares. And I know you're already working on a continuous granny square. And then they're sewn together. So they're all the same size, and you can just see how they're sewn right there to make the sleeves. So, yeah, super fun. In the tutorial, I guess there is an inside and an outside because of my seams. There we go. In the tutorial, she put fringe on hers, which looked super cool. Okay, Sydney is popping out and she is getting stuff set up for her live. So what I will do is I'm I'm terrible at keeping track of the time. I think I have like that time blindness they call it. But I am going to stay on here till just a little bit before 10, like just like I don't know, 30 seconds before or something like that. And then this should actually just automatically kind of pop over, like you get sent over there if you stay on. So, first time I've tried to set it up that way. So I'm hoping it works. If it doesn't, I do apologize for that. And you can just go to Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations and it'll be up there. So I will see you soon, Sydney. Um, so before I interrupted myself, yeah, I really like the idea of the fringe on here, and it seems super cool. And I thought I would feel kind of like Stevie Nicks if I did that. But I'm having a hard time, like, and maybe that's why I haven't finished it. But like with the practicality of it, of like how much of a pain would the fringe be? Is it going to get tangled up? Is it going to like, am I going to drag it through my food or my coffee? And is it going to be a pain to clean? I don't know. But I do need to just finish that up. Okay, Racine. So Racine is an overthinker. Yes. Thank you for watching it, by the way. I do really appreciate that. I haven't gone in. I had just briefly seen like what I try to do is like that first hour or so of a video, I try to be in there and reply to comments and stuff like that. And then usually I end up like going to bed and then, it can be like a day or two before I get in there. But I saw like a glimpse of a comment and it was like, I don't know if overthinking is a bad thing. And it's not to a point, but there are definitely some of us that I think can take it too far. And if it stops you from fulfilling your goals, then yeah, overthinking like too much of a good thing. Like so I don't know. I've really been working at trying a lot harder to relax in every aspect of my life and not feel as though I have to have literally everything planned out, because the reality is that I don't have everything planned out, and having all the scenarios and having to think that you have to know everything before you do something, it really gets in your way. So I am definitely working at that. And yeah, I had a feeling that I was not the only one. Oh, so that sounds like actually a super cute idea. Uh, for Christmas gifts, like filling it with cookies. I love that. I do. And that seems like that might be like a little bit quicker of a project too. And I think that's great. If you're someone who, like me, who does love to get gifts, or not to, I didn't mean that. I love to give gifts. Which, if you are on here and you did not hear this earlier, since we have just a couple minutes left, I started this live out and I had 10 stitch markers to send out. I have 2 stitch markers left that I can send out. You do need to be here in the US, unfortunately. I will work at getting an international shipping budget at some point, but right now I do have to limit it to the US. But if you are on here and you would like me to send you a stitch marker, email me right now at shannon@shannontalksyarn.com and let me know, your full name and your address. This is not sponsored by YouTube or does not have anything to do with YouTube. This is me. And I'm also legally to tell you that I will be doing nothing with your address other than sending this to you. You will not be contacted or anything else in any other way. So there are 2 left. If you haven't sent me an email yet and you are here in the States, definitely send me an email here in the next few minutes. But anyway, sorry guys, it's the coffee making me so spazzy. Um, yeah, I love to give gifts, but as we all know, like, they are not always the best received, or maybe I haven't judged things well about who and what to, give to people. So I can see something like that Nancy's doing, it like would be a great way to still crochet and to still give a crocheted gift. But that is something where I would not be offended, if then they were able to bless someone else with that and give them something else, and fill it again and use it and send it on. And would still get to share what I enjoy, but it would be like a low pressure thing. I really love that idea. Yeah, the startitis for sure, for sure. Um, I I guess I don't know, Leah. I'll just tell you, yep, you got in. I got your email, so you are good. I guess I hadn't thought that far through. I will go through later today, and I will just send like a little message like, got it. And then it'll either be Monday or Tuesday that I make it to the post office. And then I'll probably just send you everybody an email just saying sent out today. So yeah, sorry, I should have said that. Got yours. So yeah, Molly, um, Sonja, Sydney, Delia, Leah, Kathy, Regina, and Elizabeth. I got you all. Yeah, that's the thing, Leah. It is there are just gifts that aren't appreciated, and unfortunately that's the way it goes. Like, I know I have made mistakes when gifting things. There's just people. All right, gotcha, Nancy, perfect. um yeah, it is it's a tricky situation, and I'm definitely trying to be more mindful about what I give and what I don't give, and um who appreciates things more than others. And um yeah, it's just tough. It is tough. It's really heartbreaking to see some of the comments in that video. Just to see, like, some people have been burned bad by people they love a lot, and it really like diminishes my experiences. Like, mine weren't terrible. Like, mine are recoverable, but some of those are just really, really painful. So, um, yeah, it's just a weird situation, and we all got to kind of figure out what to do by still being true to ourselves, but also protecting ourselves. So, yeah, thank you for watching it. I do appreciate that. And that's the thing. I appreciate everybody watching anything that you do watch. Thank you. And I appreciate you being here. And thank you to my brand new channel members. I very much appreciate that. I am excited to get that started. It is $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. Everybody's budget's different. I don't expect people to be on forever, just whatever works for you. But I'm going to have like at least 2 pieces of exclusive content just for the membership. And then, kind of like putting little things like maybe little shorts and like community posts and stuff like that up too. So, yeah. And I do hope that if you don't have somewhere to run off to, that you want to pop on over to Sydney's channel. Like I said, I'm going to keep yapping here for like about 1 more minute. And then I'm going to head over to hers. I know just the way the technology works, I have to like close out of here in my thing. Graceful Oak Fibers, hello. I feel bad. We are just getting about ready to pop off. I am so sorry. But if you stay on, we will be headed over to Sydney's channel. It should redirect you automatically if I have done things correctly and didn't screw up the technology. But if not, if it doesn't automatically take you there, go to Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations, and we're doing like some Halloween type stuff. That's why I tried to I don't know, dress a little bit witchy this morning. I'm a little overdressed for a Saturday morning. So I am going to hang up here and maybe hang on the line, see if this works. But thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who participated in my stitch marker giveaway. I'm excited to send those out to you. Hi, Bobby. Hang on the line. You should get redirected, Bobby, over to Sydney's channel. So I will see you soon.